After 14 weeks of growing, stuff is finally ready to be harvested. I'm going to show you our strawberries, cucumber, lettuce that we have already been eating, oh, and peas, and I'll show you the progress of the rest of the garden. It's really nice to finally be able to taste some of the things that we've grown, and I'll just give you a general look around the garden. And this week's been a bit rainy, but still really nice to get out and see what we've done. So here we go, here is a tour of the garden in, who knows what week 15, 16. The peas are now ready, and I will open up a pod for you and show you what we have. Here is a pea pod ready and delicious. We snap them open and inside, oh so good, and they are so fresh and amazing on salad. This is the lettuce forest, and we have been plucking loads of leaves just when we need lettuce, because there's absolutely loads and it's still growing. So we pull that out when we need it, and it's great on a salad. Then this is the absolutely wild carrot patch, all different ages and stages, so hopefully some of these will be getting pulled out. Some of them are baby carrots, some of them are regular ones we grew from seed. So hoping for a good harvest coming up soon. And the potatoes are getting pulled out ASAP because they will be ready. My gran and grandpa have pulled theirs out already and have massive ones. This is our carrot row that we bought from the garden centre, and this one, hopefully you can see this, we think has, the quote has gone to seed. So we're actually going to pull this one out and see what it's like. You can see them all bulging out, and they might actually, that might mean that they're ready for harvest. When looking through the vegetable patch, we saw that one of the baby carrots was actually going to seed, so it's kind of difficult to see that, but it was beginning to flower, and what we thought was, that means it's not done, but we thought maybe this could be one because it's only tiny. We might be able to sacrifice it and plant it somewhere in the garden, and we actually will just let it go to seed, try collecting the seeds for next year. So this is going to be a bit of an experiment. We're going to find a place for this in the garden that's not the vegetable patch to see what might happen if it flowers and we can get some seeds from it. Some exciting news from the Brussels sprouts. Here they are. They are coming. They will hopefully be delicious and in abundance, and we've got them on a few different plants. You can see there's some more in there, and yeah, maybe on Christmas Day we'll be able to pick our own sprouts. Something's going wrong with our beetroots. They're not looking too healthy. They've all gone this sort of yellowy orange, and we've read online that there could be a million reasons why. So I think we're just opting for leaving them. Hopefully they'll revive themselves and we'll maybe have some beetroots soon. The cabbages are going amazing. Hopefully you can see this, that they're really quite solid in the middle, so that's fantastic to see. And celery, slow and steady it seems, but leafy and green as always. An exciting addition to our garden is these. These are 2 tree onion bulbs that my gran gave us from her plant. And these are really special because these were actually in my great grandpa's garden, and it's amazing because my gran and grandpa sort of inherited this tree onion plant that has been carried on, and now that one of the grandchildren is interested in gardening, she gave me 2, so I've popped the bulbs in here. Hopefully they will sprout and begin to grow, and then I'll be able to plant them in our garden. Sort of passing on this kind of cool plant through our family, which is just really touching. I kind of love it, and also I've never eaten a tree onion before, so that'll also be exciting to try something new. Here's our rockery area with, down at the bottom, the potato forest which we're trying to grow from offcuts you get in the supermarket with little funny bits growing off, so that's going well. Who knows when we'll get potatoes. But I also wanted to talk about some of the things that are in here. You'll see that there are smashed bits of pots. That's actually a mortar and pestle up there. And these are plant pots that have you know, fallen and smashed, and there's Kipper trashing it. And actually we put them in here to be a feature, so when you break a pot you don't have to just bin it, or I mean you can still grow things out of them as well, but we just like to sort of reuse things, and so that's what we've got going on here, and hopefully as time goes on they'll become more of a feature. But it's going really well. This is actually, I looked online and it showed that you could regrow a pineapple from the stock. That's an absolute experiment, which who knows if that'll work or not. Cooper, are you enjoying walking through the garden? It's now weeding time in the fruit bushes, and that's a dad job, that's not a my job, so that's why he's in here. But we've got a good selection of things going. However, look at the grass and everything that's going through, so time to get weeding. It is now the time to pull out one of the potato plants. It's been 13 weeks I think, so that's over the time that you can pull them out. My gran pulled hers out and had big massive whopping potatoes, so we're hoping for the same. So we're going to pull out one, we only have two, so we're going to pull out the first one, hope for the best, and maybe pull out the second one if we get good enough potatoes. When you're digging up your potatoes, you have to be really careful not to shove the fork through one. There is nothing more gutting than finding a potato on the end of your fork. So we started right at the edges, going as vertically as possible, moving inward, trying to be super careful and finding each gem one by one. We got a whole range of sizes, which is so amazing, and we're just so excited that we even had this many. The soil that we planted everything in wasn't great before starting, and it was our first time, so even getting this selection is just such a great feeling. This is the original seed potato, done all of its great work making these new ones, and that is all of the leaves that came off. And Cooper chewing on a stick. We have potatoes! This is all from one plant. We have a huge variety of size, which is fine. That is the biggest one. This is the smallest one, tiny. So chuffed that we have this. We're leaving our other one probably till next week, just to give it a chance, and we can eat these in the meantime. And we'll probably also ask my gran whether she thinks this is an acceptable haul for the first one. But we are so chuffed we actually have potatoes. That has been a long time coming. Next up in the garden is our cucumber plants. These have finally brought some joy with this humongous cucumber. This is us harvesting it very badly with one hand while trying to film, but it was absolutely humongous and so delicious. Safe to say I'm pretty chuffed with our first cucumber. Now this is our courgette plant, which is looking a bit worse for wear. These white spots have appeared, and through a bit of Googling we think it is mildew. What Google says is to remove some of the leaves that are worst affected, but actually it might not be that bad and the plant may still survive. So we have left most of the leaves on and we'll be hoping for the best. Still no signs of any courgettes yet. Here we have our little tomato plants. These have been through so much, and finally we have 2 little tomatoes coming through. These are giving us so much joy. Then finally, our strawberry plant. This was one of the most exciting harvests we had. We picked 4 massive strawberries, and it was just amazing to have these fresh on some meringues with cream.